Well, hello everyone. I hope you're having a good evening. And thanks for joining me. So I'm just going to give it about a minute or so, and then I will get started. Hi, Aisha. How are you? Thank you very much, Aisha. I'm glad you like them. All right, so today I thought we'd make a ring. I don't think I've done a ring in a while, or at least not, definitely haven't done it live. So let's make a ring. And what you're going to need are basically superduo beads. So these are, let's see, let me give you the color. White slippert is the color. If I say it wrong, sorry about that. And so they're a really pretty bead. They're white on partially white and partially sort of an iris gold color here. You're going to need some 4mm beads. So I'm using bicones, but you can use pretty much any 4mm bead available to you. So these are cobalt blue AB. So they're super dark, very pretty color. And hello, Winifred. Hello, Twinkle Eyes. And then this is a 12mm rivoli Swarovski, and the color is sapphire. And last I have over here are my Miyuki seed beads. These are, the color is Duracoat Galvanized Champagne is the color. And so that's what we're working with. All right, so to get started, I'm just going to move these over a little bit. So pick up a superduo 11, superduo, and then a bicone. And then we're going to repeat. So this is the pattern, and you're going to repeat this a total of 3 more times, so a total of 4. So again, it's going to be superduo 11, superduo, and then a bicone. And again, repeat superduo 11, superduo, and 4mm bead. So in my case, it's a bicone. You could use fire polish or rounds too. So just to make sure that's clear. All right, we got one more set to add, and I'm just going to move these off the needle so I got a little more room. Superduo 11, superduo, and bicone number 4. So just bring these down to the end of the thread. So there I am. There's the end right there. Probably can't see it. And hi, Donna. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and tie a knot. So you want to keep this as tight as possible. You don't want it to be loose. And so this is what you should end up with. And then we're going to go ahead and reinforce the ring. So let's go ahead and go back through all of the beads so everything is going to be secure. So here's my knots over here. So I'm just going to go into the bicone and then start going through all the beads a couple at a time. So it's easy to skip the 11 in this case, so you want to make sure you don't do that. And I'm just giving everything a tug to make sure it's nice and tight. So just going through the beads, not adding anything. Okay, so once you've gone all the way around like I have just now, I'm just going to go past the bicone once again and then come out of the second superduo here. And 11 and superduo. Okay, so this is where I want to be. And now I'm going to switch into the second hole of the superduo. And now all you're going to do is pick up 111 and go into this next superduo here. And then for the next part, you're actually going to pick up 4 11s this time, and then go into the superduo. The space is wider, so you're going to need more 11s there. So here's what it looks like. And then you're just repeating. You're alternating between adding 1 11 and 4. So this time it's going to be 1. And then now you're going to add 4. And then 1. And 4. One, and we're almost back to the beginning or the start of the round. So 4 and continue forward. And actually, I'm just going to flip this so I can work this way. So what you're going to basically do is we're building a basket for our rivoli here. So this will end up face down, and we're building up the back part. So now that we've got our second layer here, what I'm going to do is I want to come out of the middle to 11s in the group of 4. And then I'm going to pick up 3 11s and go back through just the 2 11s that are in between, the 2 middle ones. So ignoring the ones on either side. And there we go. So that's what you want to do. And so you're going to have this little picot-like structure there. So that's what you want. And then go ahead and continue until you come out of the next set of 11s, and then you want to come out of the 2 middle ones. So you're going to repeat what we just did. And don't worry if this is a little bit loose, that's okay. It'll tighten up down the line. And I'm also going to get rid of this tail thread because that's just going to continue to bug me. So I hope you're all having a good night, good evening. And once again, pick up 3 and just go through the 2 in the middle. And then continue until you get to the next set of 4, and then come out of the 2 middle ones again. And again, pick up 3, go back around, just those 2 middle beads. And we got to do this one last time. So we're reinforcing as we're going too. So just so you know, we are reinforcing that second round that we did. So pick up 3 and just go back through those 2 beads. And then continue forward. So we're going to finish up our reinforcing since this is where we started. Okay, so once again, I want to come out of the 3rd bead in that group. And then I'm going to come up here to this one here, this guy. It's in the middle of the 3 that are here. Okay, so now we're going to add 4 11s. And just, again, you're just going into the middle bead here. So this next one that you're going to connect is right here in the middle. Just like so. And then, again, pick up 4. And just go through the middle bead there. Get my hand out of the way so you can make sure you see. And it's okay if you're leaving it a little loose. You can see all the thread there, so that's okay for now. And I'm going to repeat, pick up 4 and go through this middle one here. And last time, pick up 4 and basically you want to come out or go through this same bead where this group is coming out of. So that's this guy right there. Okay, so we've built our little basket, and what you want to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop the rivoli face down. Hold it down with your finger, so I'm just going to hold it down with my thumb and then tighten the thread. So, and we're going to go and reinforce this, but this is what it's going to look like. So now just tighten all of the beads, just go through all of the beads. So I'm going through about 4 or 5 of them. And if it moves, that's okay, don't worry, it'll shift back into place. And I'm trying to keep my finger off of it so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, almost there. And I should believe I've gone all the way around. Okay, so here's what the piece looks like from the back, and then here's from the front. So rivoli is perfectly in place and looks good. Okay, so for the next part, what we're going to do is we need to make our way back up to the front side. And so note that I am coming out of one of these beads here that's connecting to this around here. So I'm coming out of this central bead. That's what you want, is you want to come up to one of the beads that are connected and then just go into the 11 and then just follow the thread path. So if you remember, we went through these 2 beads on the side. So I'm just going to go through those and then the next 11 next to it. and then up into the superduo or through the superduo. And then switch directions. And so we're going to go into the other hole of this superduo. And now go ahead and go through the bicone and the superduo. So you can stop here if you want, but I thought I'd add a little extra bit. I want it to look a little more square. So pick up 3 11s, and then from the superduo, go into the next superduo. And actually you can continue through the bicone and into the superduo like so. So 3 beads. And then as you pull tight, you get this nice little picot there. And then repeat again. So pick up 3. So as you can see, my thread comes out of this superduo. I'm just going to skip over the 11 and go into the superduo and the bicone and the next superduo. So, and as you pull, the beads will straighten out and get these cute little points. And again, pick up those 3 11s. Skip the 11, go into the superduo, and continue forward. There we go. So here's what we have so far. I got one more little point to add. Oh, thank you, Twinkle Eyes. And last set. So go ahead and go through the superduo and into the bicone. And then into this superduo here. Okay, so let me pause for a second. So what I was trying to do is basically create a square, and that's, I believe I've accomplished that. I think this looks pretty square. So even though the rivoli was around and not, say, a cushion cut or a square cut, still able to make it look square. Now I'm just gonna, we need to make the ring band since this is gonna be a ring, but you could also turn this into a pendant or an earring. It's kind of up to you. So it's pretty versatile little component. You could probably even do a bunch of them together and make a bracelet. So if you've got enough rivolis, so that could be fun. But if you want to make the ring, then here's what we're gonna do. Get my seed beads, move these out of the way. So I'm coming out of this superduo here. I'm just gonna switch to the second hole of the superduo. And then you want to go through the 3 11s, just like so. And then we're going to make a ring band, and I'm going to use herringbone stitch to make this ring band. And so what I'm going to do is pick up 2 11s and just go around the 2 middle seed beads again, the 2 middle 11s. So they're going to sit side by side next to each other, and then we're just going to reinforce that. So go back through. Oops. There we go. And back. Now, to continue building, go through the first 11. And then pick up 2 11s and go down into the second one. And you may have to adjust them to get them to sit, but we're going to do herringbone. So there it is. Oh, thank you, Fran. And then come back up. So you're going to come back up both of the 11s on the opposite side. And my angle is my needles. There we go. So now it's just a matter of continuing to build the band. So here's pick up 2, go down just the first 11, and then you go across and you actually come up 2 of them. So this is how you do basic herringbone stitch. And herringbone is one of my favorite stitches to use for a ring band because it's very sturdy. And again, pick up 2 and go down the first one. And then up 2. So I'm just going to keep going because I'm going to go ahead and finish the ring. And since this is live, so that's what we're doing. And here's the front of it. I think I need about 30 of these, if I remember, or 25, something like that. We'll see. Anyway, how's everyone doing? And do you like making ring? What's your favorite type of jewelry to make or bead? Is it bracelets, necklace, earrings, pendants, rings? I do enjoy making rings. They're a lot of fun. I like dainty ones and I like big statement rings too. So let me know in the comments. Since this is just me repeating myself over and over again, I figure we can converse a little more. All right, I've got bracelets, rings, earrings. Okay, so a variety. All right, what about your favorite stitch? What is your favorite stitch? I have to say right angle weave or cubic right angle weave are 2 that I'm partial to. I do really like herringbone stitch. And flat spiral is fun. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Twinkle Eyes. I'm sorry that you've been in a funk. All right, so favorite stitches I've got peyote, I've got crawl and raw, and even peyote. Yep, a lot of people don't like to do odd, is it odd number peyote? Sorry, if I look I'm completely clumsy, it's partially because I'm trying to stay in frame and do this. And I realize that when you have to like keep your hand from moving out of position, it's really difficult to get the needle to go through. All right, I have more people who love craw. Let's see. Flower rings. Oh, okay. Peyote Stitch. Yeah, Donna, that's how I felt about right angle weave. Right angle weave was a challenge for me to learn because I'm left-handed, and I found the stitch really difficult to pick up from right-handed teachers. So I would look at patterns and I would look at other tutorials on YouTube, and I could not figure it out. And then suddenly, at one point, it just clicked. It's really bizarre. It just suddenly, like my brain said, "Oh, here's how you do it." Okay, so come on, needle, go through. All right, I'm gonna just check and see how far I'm at. So still have a little ways to go. So I'm at about 14. So a little more. You're welcome, Mary. I know when I watch tutorials on YouTube, I know how frustrating it is when a person goes off frame. You're like, wait, I can't see. So let me ask you this. What would you like to see in terms of future tutorials? I'm always looking for new ideas and new tutorials to make. So is there any particular bead type you'd like to see more of or technique? Let me know in the comments. All right, I'm just gonna check this one more time, and I'm reading comments. I feel like my finger, I still have maybe 8 or 10 more stitches to do, so not too bad. Almost. We're getting there. Ooh, peyote with pictures on them. Yep, that's a tough one. I imagine just having all of the Delica colors will be a challenge, making sure you're able to find all the colors you need, depending on how complicated the picture is. Okay, so we're very close, about maybe 6. So does anyone have all the beads to make this particular project? Judy, will you be making it? The rivoli is 12 millimeters. Okay, so I am going to say that that should be long enough. Whoops, twisted that. Nope, not quite. I still need 3 or 4 more. Okay, so basically you want to come over here to the opposite side. We're coming out of those set of 4 here. So you just go basically directly to that opposite side and just go through the 2 11s. Oops, picking up the third one. Just go through those 2. And, or actually just go through the 1. I guess we're going to do this. Go through the 1. And, no, I was right. Sorry. I'm backtracking. And then just go, you're going to go actually from the side. So you're actually going to bring the last set together like we did on the beginning end. So I'll go through the 1 and then through this guy here. So you're doing ladder stitch essentially instead of herringbone is what that is. And then go back through the 2 middle ones and just reinforce. And now I'm just going to tie a 1/2 inch knot right here between the superduo and the 11 here. And you can go through it a few more times, but I'm basically out of thread. So we're just going to go ahead and keep it simple. So if I were to remake this, I'd probably start with a little bit more thread. I really don't like to get it this low to make make my knots. But I will go back through and add and adjust it. But you get the idea of what we're doing. All right, there we go. And there is a ring. Whoops, that fell forward, but there's our ring. Oh, yep, one piece of ring. So I think it started about 2.5 feet or so. It just depends on how long of a ring band you need. All right, well, Fran, or if anybody else if you end up making the ring, I'd love to see it. So feel free to post a picture on Facebook if you do. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back next Tuesday.